What's our next move? Lead on!
If you require assistance with summoning, if you would, please. The summoning of undead is even less advisable outside the college. Ah, that, yes. The group prior to yours has disappeared entirely. It's possible that there was less than the... But we've had no contact with it. Arniel wondered if perhaps they'd somehow managed to get themselves lost in the Outer Realms. But I think that's giving them too much credit. I'm not sure. None of them were working on anything terribly dangerous. As I recall, Ysra was trying to improve flame... Elos Tai was practicing illusion spells. She was having and then there's Borvir and Rundi, twins. Those two boys were obsessed with mead, convinced they could concoct something to compete with Honningbrew. Something about using frost magic to chill the mead for a certain period of time. I felt it was a waste, but the Archmage let them proceed. I sure know. Those archaic policies died out with the mages. Necromancy as any... Of course, non-mages may not see it that way, so we don't go around... Not within society, no. Many who practice within the School of Conjuration do so on their own. Thalion is the only one I know who is public about what he does. He was once my teacher here, but left the college years ago. He didn't like the Archmage, hated dealing with him, hated having to answer to him. Thalion said he hated what this place was becoming, so he just left. I understand he settled down in Hjalmarch, and his presence there caused something of a problem. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast. So you wish to master the arcane arts? Until next time.
Even with the college, there are some experiments the college frowns on, if they're aware of them. Purposely killing your fellow college members is a bad idea. I'd advise against it. Theft and assault can get you into trouble as well. As for research, well, a sufficient explanation will cover almost anything. If you're going to need live test subjects for your experiments, it's easier to do that off of college grounds. All right, let's not overdo it. Meet me in my quarters.
I'm glad that I'm finally traveling with someone who seems competent. My last patron was killed trying to tackle an entire fort of bandits alone.
If you ever need something, especially something hard to come by, I hope you've got some coin. Let's just take a look then. Onmund is too afraid to deal with me himself, and so he's sent you. I'll make this very simple for you. All my trades are final. Onmund knew this ahead of time and went through with it anyway. So there's nothing more to be said. Yes, you see, the thing is, I'm not concerned with everyone's best interest. I find I'm only concerned with my own. I've already made it very clear that all of my trades are final. No, you're not. Onmund made a deal. He made that choice, and now he has... I've already made it very clear. Look how persistent you are. Charming, really. Onmund gave up the first time I said no, but not you. All right, I'll tell you a little story. Let's pretend for a moment that a certain individual was looking to acquire a particular staff. Let's also pretend that he traded some valuable items for said staff. And it was only later that it was realized that this individual might misuse such a staff. The resulting disaster would reflect quite poorly on everyone involved. Are you following me?
I'm glad that I'm finally traveling with someone who seems competent.
Till next time.
My last patron was killed trying to tackle an entire fort of bandits alone.
There are some experiments the college frowns on, if they're aware of them, of course. Yes, I thought we'd gotten past that bit already. Onmund's amulet in exchange for my staff. It's an entirely different situation. I don't expect you to comprehend the nuances of these matters. Regardless, I'm making you a very simple offer. You get me the staff, and I give you Onmund's precious amulet. Yes. Onmund's amulet in exchange for my staff. Finally, I look forward to having it back soon. The sooner the better, in fact. Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still some things that are off limits.
Urag can be very helpful. Just don't antagonize him.
I think the college is due for a change in leadership. If you're working on any experiments, please clean up after yourself.
I have many important things on my mind. Your concerns are not among them.
I'm glad that...
I don't want to see you treating any of these books. Hundreds of years have gone into assembling this collection. It's going to stay pristine, understand? Looks like you're still in one piece. And more importantly, so is the book. Thank you. Not enough to bother with. Archmage Aaron's approach to these things is... Although now it looks like you'll be doing this. There are more books to be recovered and secured in the Arcanium. All right. I wrote down the last place I'd heard about. Don't get killed. He was an apprentice. When they left, he took off after them. Let's just call it a... They were interested in research that goes outside the bounds of what the college allows, so they were persuaded to leave. Excellent. I'll start translating it. Shouldn't take me more than a day or two. Mages need to be reminded to be careful. I only just got my hands on it. I can only work so quickly. Assorted books, scrolls. I'm sure you'll find something useful. Until next time.
There are few places where one can pursue my type of work without fear of persecution.
I'm glad that I'm finally traveling with someone who seems competent. I'm glad that I'm finally traveling with someone who seems competent. My last patron was killed trying to tackle an entire fort of bandits alone.
Walk away, now. I am a Thormod. We're making... Now go away.
If you know... Fight or die.
a restless daredevil. I suggest we proceed with caution. I'm glad that I'm finally traveling with someone who seems competent. My last patron was killed to tackle an entire fort of bandits.
Ah, at last. I hope you found the place all right. Well, what happens now is you start your new life in the Dark Brotherhood. You're part of the family, after all. This, as you can see, is our sanctuary. You won't find a safer place in all of Skyrim. So get comfortable. Our family, my dearest. Our family. Together. But you must be anxious to get to work. I'm arranging a job, but need a bit more time. For now, go see Nazir. He's got several... Soon, the Night Mother will arrive. And things around here are sure to get even more interesting. Ah, but one last thing. A welcome home present. The armor of the Dark Brotherhood. May it serve you well in all your endeavors. The unholy matron, the shrouded lady, the mistress of the void. She goes by many names. Ages past, Sithis gave a woman 5 children. She killed them to win his favor, thus becoming the Night Mother. If you believe that sort of thing. Today, she's... well, she's a skeleton. An ancient corpse. But more importantly, a corpse that's been brought to this sanctuary by her keeper. Yes. A few months ago, I received word from the Night Mother's keeper that he had arrived in Skyrim from Cyrodiil. The Night Mother's crypt in Bravil was destroyed, a result of the chaos caused by the war with the Thalmor. That forced a relocation. I don't know where the keeper has been these past few months, but I recently received another letter. He's bringing the Night Mother here. Soon. Try not to, but I do realize it's sometimes not that easy. You may want to make a statement, or a contract may require a public killing. Murder is obviously a very serious crime, and a very high bounty will be put on your head in the hold where the act was committed. You can run, obviously, but you'll still have a price on your head. If a guard attacks, you can attempt to yield by sheathing your weapon. If the guard accepts, you can serve your time in a cell or pay your bounty. We've all gone through it. We do what we must to survive. But there is another option. Some members of the Thieves' Guild in Riften can get their bounties erased for a price. Something to think about. They used to come from the Night Mother. Potential clients would perform the Black Sacrament, and she would hear their prayers. The Night Mother would communicate this to the listener, who would then dispatch a speaker to arrange the contract with the client. But that was a long time ago. There hasn't been a listener in years. Not since Cyrodiil was overrun in the war with the Thalmor. But people don't know that, so they still perform the ritual. And we eventually hear about it. When someone wants us, we find out. Used to be the Dark Brotherhood was bound by 5 tenets, but we stopped following those years ago. All those rules, all that discipline, and look where the Dark Brotherhood ended up. We're the last of our kind, and we live the way we see fit. Bottom line, respect your family. Do that, and everything else will fall into place. This sanctuary has been my entire life since I was a young woman. That's when I first discovered my, shall we call it, aptitude for elimination. I had an uncle, you see. He made certain unwanted advances. So I killed him, and liked it. Then I killed again, and liked it even more, and so on. I was recruited by the Dark Brotherhood, and have been here ever since. I met my husband, Arnbjorn, rose to leadership, and now, here we are. Be sure and introduce yourself to your new family members. They're all very
Again, do the part where he tries to buy you some candy.
Okay, wait. Here we go. Oh, you're such a pretty little girl. With the sweetie like a sweetie? Oh yes, how about some chocolate? Oh yes, please, kind sir. My mama and papa left me all alone, and I'm so very hungry. I know a shortcut to the candy shop, through this alley. Oh yeah, very good, very good. My, it's dark down here. Oh, but you're so beautiful, such a lovely smile. Your teeth! No!
So Babette, but you are so wicked.
What about you, Festus? How did that last contract turn out?
Oh, yes, please, old man. Regale us with your tales of wizardry.
Ah, the young and stupid. Always mocking the experienced and brilliant. My contract went very well, I'll have you know. Tried a new spell. Little something I've been working on in my spare time. Came this close to turning that priest inside out. Damned messy.
And what of your latest, Arnbjorn? Something about a Khajiit. Merchant, was it?
Oh, a big doggy chasing a little kitty. How adorable.
I am not adorable. It was not funny, and he wasn't a merchant. He was a Khajiit monk, a master of the Whispering Fang style. But now he's dead, and I have a new loincloth.
Welcome, my brother. Welcome to our sanctuary. You just trust in Astrid, follow her orders. You'll do fine here.
It's the part with the severed head I find most impressive.
Once I was a shadow scale, an assassin in service to the King of Black Marsh, trained by the Dark Brotherhood since the day of my hatching. Ah, but that was a lifetime ago. Today, I am the last of my kind. My order is extinct. Now, I happily serve Astrid in this sanctuary. I am a trained killer, and once again have been given purpose. Life is good. Once I was a shadow scale, but I am a trained killer, and once again have been given purpose. Life is...